Hey you guys, what's going on? My name is Klaus and thank you for tuning in. Today we're going to be starting a brand new series on the channel, something that I feel like we all desperately need, and that is the basics, the fundamentals of war. Now we all know that the fundamentals are essentially what wins attacks and what wins wars, just like in sports. You know, Michael Jordan, best basketball player to ever live, he didn't practice 360 dunks every day in the gym. He practiced his free throw. He practiced his dribbling. He did not practice the crazy stuff. He practiced the fundamentals, and that's what we're going to be talking about today. So if you're a war veteran, don't write off this video because it says CC lure. Okay, I've done that 5,000 times. Well, there is some fundamentals that everyone needs to brush up on, especially those of you who do not war. If you don't like to war because you can't 3-star, that is not your fault. You just need to learn the fundamentals. So follow this series, follow this guide, and it'll help you for sure. So if we go into this base by Kevin, I requested somebody show me a base that is easily lured, and I'll explain what that means here in a second. So if you look at the base, you'll notice the clan castle. You notice Knights of Zion right there, and inside of the clan castle are enemy troops, 25 out of 25. We don't know what's in there. If we click info, question marks. We don't know what's in there, but it doesn't really matter for this video. All we need to know is the range, the active range on the clan castle. So if you're going to be attacking a base, say you're going at it with a ground attack, you're going to use hogs, you're going to use go wipe, you're going to use whatever, then you know that if you don't kill that clan castle, if you don't get it out and kill it, it's going to ruin your raid. And the lure and the kill of the clan castle is absolutely essential for any war attack or push attack or any attack of that nature. So, you need to know what the range on the clan castle is and also where you can drop troops. So, as you can tell, guys, we back up. This clan castle is in the northwestern quadrant of the base. So, if we look, we can see that there's some areas outside of the base in what we call the spawn circle. So, if I click the army camp or any building, you'll notice that part of it is light colored and part of it's dark colored. Of course, it fades away, so you have to keep clicking it. But you'll notice that there's a light cover kind of surrounding the laboratory or the army camp, and there's a darker color that's outside of that army camp or that laboratory, and you can drop troops anywhere outside of that light barrier or the light border. So I can drop a troop right there in the middle, right there. I can't actually click it for you, but you can drop a troop anywhere outside of that little barrier. So if you click the clan castle, it shows you where you can drop troops and where it'll activate the clan castle. So if I was to drop a troop out here in the middle of the grass over here, we would not lure the clan castle until the troop crosses that line. But if you can put down a troop outside of the range of other defenses, so let's say, you know, the cannon, the mortar, the wizard tower, everything that's near, if we can drop a troop that is outside of the range of that cannon or that mortar or that cannon or that wizard tower, then we can lure the clan castle easily by dropping a troop kind of between this laboratory and this army camp right there in that little the little right angle area there. So let's do it. I'm going to attack this base to show you guys what I mean. So we're going to attack this base, and I'm going to drop a single barbarian. The best way to lure your clan castle is by only using one troop space to do it. Okay, so you see that red line, that means that we can't deploy any troops inside of that red line. I'm clicking on the inside and that little message shows up saying you cannot deploy troops in the red area. All right, now if you remember, the range that clan castle was covering over this little nook right here. So I'm going to drop one barbarian right there between the laboratory and the army camp, and I want you to watch what happens in the clan castle. Drop that barbarian, and look at that. A dragon and a balloon comes out of the clan castle. Now, of course, that is the next step is a whole nother episode. So let me go back. I'm gonna pull up another base that's gonna be a little bit more difficult to lure, and you guys will see the best way to do that as well. Alright guys, this is another base by Sir Eddie, so shout out to Kevin and Sir Eddie for helping me out with this. But so we're going to look at this clan castle now, and as you can see, most of the buildings and most of the unspawnable areas where you can't drop troops are inside of that circle. So there's only a small sliver. If I click this gold mine, you can see there's that small sliver between the spawnable area and the unspawnable area. Now, I don't know what's in his clan castle either, but if it's big troops, then we could probably lure the clan castle with another barbarian. So let's go ahead and attack this base. I'm going to throw down another barbarian, and hopefully we can lure this clan castle too. By dropping it kind of between this gold mine and this stump that's out here. So, or the log or whatever you want to call that. So let's drop the barbarian there. Boom. Okay, so we're able to lure the clan castle. Now, I'm going to pull up a base that we cannot lure the clan castle with a barbarian. I'm going to try multiple times, and then we'll show you the next best way to do it. The best way to do it is to lure with the barbarian. That's because it's only one troop capacity. But sometimes it requires a giant or a hog, and that's perfectly viable. That's perfectly fine. So let's find a base, and I'll show you guys what I mean. Alright guys, another base by Sir Eddie, and this one is a slightly more difficult lure. We cannot use a barbarian on this base because if you click the clan castle, you open up the range, the entire circle is inside of the unspawnable area. Now, there is the opportunity on occasion to drop a barbarian and they'll walk toward a building, but in this case, it's not possible. So we have to use a troop that will target defenses. They'll walk right by buildings like army camps and barracks, and they'll walk right into the range of the clan castle. And we've actually got an outside mortar for that case. So let's click this, let's attack it, and I'll show you guys exactly what I mean. So we saw, remember, the circle, the activation range there, kind of crossed this wall over here, and it also covered the entire mortar. Okay, so I'm gonna drop a barbarian just on this barracks, and you'll see that we could not lure with that barbarian. If we drop over here, same story. We cannot lure the clan castle with this barbarian, but I've got this single giant, and if we were to drop this giant right on the side here, he's gonna walk past that barracks and he's gonna bang on the wall and lure that clan castle. Now, the giant is 5 troop capacity as well. So if you want to use a hog, that's actually an easier, probably a more reliable way to do it. But let's go watch some war replays and kind of get a good feel for what I'm saying with hogs. But as you guys could see, this base by Sir Eddie is unlurable with a barbarian, but it can be lured with a giant or a hog. So let's go check out some war replays. Alright, so looking at the number 25 on the last war against Tim Kluang, you guys can see that we've got a Town Hall 5, but the base, I mean, the clan castle could actually be lured by a barbarian or an archer or whatever, because the spawn spot is actually inside of the circle of activation, as you can see right there outside of this elixir collector. But Pinball uses a hog, so I wanted you guys to see how he does it. He drops the hog outside, the hog goes inside of the activation circle and goes after this archer tower, and boom, we got 3 balloons that the hog was able to lure. Once you lure the clan castle, you got to kill it, and of course, I said earlier, that's a whole nother episode. So let's check out another one. If we go Pinball, also 3 stars. This is Town Hall 9 actually, but if you look, all of the inside of the circle is not lurable with a barbarian and hardly lurable with a hog. So let's see exactly how he does this, and we'll see what he did. He's got 1 hog, so let's see. He drops a king, and he's going to clear up some buildings, and the barbarians barely inch over. So he lures a clan castle with the king's special ability. If I scalp that base and look at the range, you can see that the range is right inside of the defensive line. So if you were to drop a hog, they'd bang on that wizard tower and they would not cross that line. So what he did was used his king. Not quite a simple explanation or example, but it is what it is. So this one is a lurable building. This one is lurable on this archer tower over here. Now the mortar is not lurable, so the hog sent in at this mortar would not lure the clan castle. But if you were to drop a hog on this far side, you would lure. Or let's just see how Twin did that. I don't know how to say that name. All right, so he used a hog on that side that I was talking about. He crossed that line and lured the clan castle. So guys, there are situations when that is not as easy as it seems. That's more of an advanced subject. Today we're just covering the importance and the best ways to do that luring. A lot of people use the queen walk or they use whatever, but being strictly a town hall 8, that is how it is done. Guys, let's watch one more just for fun. If we look and we scout this base, this is actually an easily lured clan castle. As you can see, there's a small sliver between the clan castle and the respawnable line. So as you can see, if Yatish was to drop a barbarian right there in that little sliver right there, if he dropped a barbarian right there, he could have lured the clan castle. Let's see how Yatish does it. And I'm sure he used a hog, because whenever you're in war, you do want to do the safest bet. Oh, he's going to quad quake over here. That's not, that doesn't apply. Alright, so there we go. He dropped a hog right through that line, lured the clan castle, and now the next step is to kill it. So guys, if you guys want to see the second episode of this series, please let me know in the comments. We're going to be doing the clan castle kill, episode 2. We're going to be doing things like scouting a base, what to look for. We're going to be doing how to choose which attack strategy to use, and also how to path hogs. Those are the 5 episodes that I've got planned currently. If there are any other subjects you definitely want me to cover, please post them down in the comments below. Like the video if you liked it, and subscribe if you have not joined the Klaus family. And I will see you guys again next time, hopefully to help you guys become better war attackers. Again, thanks for coming by, and I will talk to you guys again next time.